She isn't even considered a real mistress. She serves the master, and also has to wait on the legal wife. Even the housekeeper can order her around, leaving her without any dignity. Lucy's face instantly turned as white as paper, completely drained of color. She grabbed Jack's sleeve tightly, her eyes full of pleading. She looked at Jack pitifully, hoping he could fight for a better title for her. Jack hesitated too. Although he liked Lucy's gentle nature, he also despised her servant background. He didn't want to make her his concubine and lose face. But looking into Lucy's tear-filled eyes, thinking of last night's tenderness, he couldn't bear it. Finally, as if making a firm decision, he gritted his teeth and said, "No, I'm not just taking her as a concubine. I'll make her a high-ranking concubine. In this household, aside from the legal wife, she'll have the highest status. A high-ranking concubine's status is below the wife's, but much higher than an ordinary concubine's. She'll have her own courtyard, servants to attend her, won't need to serve others, and will have some dignity and standing." Hearing this, I was secretly overjoyed. Doesn't everyone in the capital know Lucy messed up my engagement to Jack? Everyone knows Lucy is no pushover, and that Jack is a fool blinded by her. If Lucy had no formal title, maybe some clueless noble ladies would still want to marry Jack. After marriage, they could just find an excuse to sell her off. But Jack is so stupid as to take a high-ranking concubine before even marrying a proper wife, and a maid with a bad reputation at that. In the capital, all the proper young ladies will steer clear of him from now on, and no one will want to marry him again. I was extremely satisfied with this result, so I nodded with a smile and said, "Since you've decided, then let it be as you wish. But the ceremony for taking a concubine doesn't need to be grand. Just keep it simple. After all, she's only a concubine. Going overboard would just be ridiculous." Jack shot me a vicious glare, his eyes filled with resentment, but he didn't dare talk back. In the end, he could only grab Lucy and leave in a huff. My gaze fell on Tom, and I felt a bit curious. I couldn't help but ask, "Where did you go today? Why did you suddenly come back?" As soon as I said it, I felt a bit shy. My words carried a hint of coquettishness, unlike my usual self. Tom was stunned for a moment, then smiled gently, his eyes full of affection. "My dear, you've been wronged. I went to see the imperial physician today, to discuss methods to cure my legs. I came back late and made you suffer." "Is something wrong with your body?" I asked anxiously, filled with worry. "I saw you ride a horse yesterday. Did your legs hurt again because of it?" Seeing my concern, he paused for a moment, then smiled and shook his head. He gently took my hand. His palm was warm, carrying a reassuring strength. "No, I just went to discuss specific methods to heal my legs with the physician. In the past, I thought it was fine if I couldn't stand. I'd gotten used to it. But ever since marrying you, I have someone I want to protect. Naturally, I want to recover my legs. I want to take you to see the outside world myself, and give you a complete home." So it was all for me. I felt touched. My eyes slightly reddened, and I also felt a bit of joy. His legs could actually be healed. This was undoubtedly wonderful news for me. "What did the physician say? Is there still hope for your legs?" I asked carefully, afraid of hearing bad news. "There's hope." Tom nodded, his eyes full of determination. "The physician said the nerves in my legs were just damaged, and combined with years of inactivity, that's why I can't stand. As long as I persist with treatment, acupuncture, herbal medicine, and proper exercise, there's a strong chance I can return to normal. But the process might be long and quite painful. No worries, I'll be with you," I said immediately, my tone firm. "No matter how long it takes or how painful it is, I will always be with you, taking care of you until the day you recover." Tom looked at me, his eyes full of tenderness and gratitude. He gently pinched my cheek and smiled. "Okay, with my wife by my side, I'm not afraid of anything." In the following days, I accompanied Tom to the imperial physician every day for treatment. The treatment was indeed as painful as the physician said. During acupuncture, dense silver needles pricked his legs, making cold sweat cover his forehead, yet he gritted his teeth and never made a sound. When drinking the herbal medicine, it was unbearably bitter and hard to swallow. He just frowned and downed it in one gulp. I saw it all and it hurt my heart. But all I could do was silently wipe his sweat and prepare some candied fruit to ease the bitterness in his mouth. Of course, although I was busy taking care of Tom, I didn't sit idle and let Jack and Lucy run wild. During this time, I deliberately had people spread the word that Jack was going to take Lucy as a high-ranking concubine. I made sure all of the capital knew. Soon the whole city was buzzing. Everyone ridiculed Jack's foolishness and Lucy's wishful thinking. The noble families avoided Jack like the plague. Those who originally had some interest in marrying into the Gu family all dropped the idea. After all, no prestigious family would want to marry their daughter to a man who took a maid as a high-ranking concubine. It would not only humiliate the daughter, but also disgrace the entire family. This matter even reached the emperor and empress. The emperor and empress were childhood sweethearts and deeply in love. They hated nothing more than favoring concubines over wives and letting maids rise above their station. They considered it corrupting public morals. The empress immediately summoned old Madame Gu to the palace and sternly reprimanded her. She scolded her for lax discipline, allowing such a scandal in the Gu family. Old Madame Gu was also a ruthless person. After being reprimanded by the empress, her hatred toward Jack and Lucy deepened. Upon returning to the manor, she immediately ordered Jack to receive 20 lashes. He was beaten until his skin split and he passed out. Without waiting for him to heal, she had him thrown directly into the ancestral hall. She confined him there to kneel and reflect, forbidding him to leave without her order. You have to know, old Madame Gu usually doted on this grandson the most, never even saying a harsh word. But now she was so severe, showing she was truly enraged. When Lucy learned of this, her legs went weak with fear. She no longer dared to act as arrogant as before. She could only obediently stay in her small courtyard, too scared to cause trouble. A thought flashed through my mind. So now she finally knows fear. On the third day of Jack's confinement in the ancestral hall, word suddenly came from the household. Lucy was dead. I heard that upon learning Jack was punished, she feared she'd be implicated, terrified that old Madame Gu would take her anger out on her.